You're probably wondering why it's so important to be in the vibration of love or fear. And it's because when you're in love, when you're operating from your heart and living from your heart and being love and spreading love, it brings you to a higher vibration, and it's also creating the new world that everybody's talking about, the 5D consciousness. It really is such a beautiful time to be alive. The earth is healing. There's been more birds. Specifically for me, I've seen more birds. And it's important right now to think about where you want to be, not where you were. If you feel something is making you operate from fear, then you have to release that, because the odds are it's not even yours. It's programming from the matrix pushed onto you. Or it can be ancestral, generational things that you have chosen to heal, because you're able to hold that and heal it and alchemize it. But if you're having a hard time operating in love, it's because that fear-based mentality that maybe you used to operate from is vying for your attention, because that's your old paradigm trying to catch up with you. But the more times that you're consciously aware that you're operating in fear, and you catch yourself operating in fear, and you could just be conscious of it, like, oh wow, well that I really wanted to do this, but my mind was playing tricks on me. A fear-based program. And you don't have to change it immediately. In fact, it takes time. But the first step is being conscious of it and being aware that it's happening, you know. And then maybe next time you can take an action towards a more loving approach. Like, for example, what's an example? I'll just use a personal example. So, I could have just kept gaining more and more information about all these things and the 5D and all that. But that wouldn't be in the best interest of me or you or the world. Because I was placed here to spread the information so that people can wake up. Because when people wake up, then the new earth will be formed. And this new earth, guys, it's beyond your wildest dreams. In a good way. And to get to it, you have to be loving. So if you have been hurt so many times and you put all these gates and locks up around your heart, you have to let that go. You have to heal that and let it go. You have to. In order to do that, first of all, you have to sit with yourself and understand what made you put that lock on your heart in the first place. This is the hard work. It's also called shadow work, which I've done a lot of because I've been betrayed a lot. But it all made me stronger, and I understand that it was necessary, even that I chose this before I came. What doesn't kill you does make you stronger. But yes, the new earth. The new earth is magical. Absolutely divine. I was saying how to clear your heart chakra. So to clear your heart chakra, to remove the chains, you have to go sit with yourself quietly or meditate. And what I did was I journaled, but that might not work for you, but you could try it. And you uncover what the pain was. You go back to that memory, and then you sit with it, and you realize that it was all just a lesson. It was all just something to make you stronger. It was all just building your muscles, kind of. So you go in, you know that it's a lesson. And then after that, you either forgive yourself, if that's what's needed, or you forgive that person that hurt you. And as they say, forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you, and that is absolutely true. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock. It's actually for you. When you have all these chains on you from heartaches and trauma and whatever, whatever that's making you calloused, when you have all this on you, it only hurts you. It's not hurting the person that did it to you anymore. It's not hurting them at all. It might even make them laugh if they're really that yicky. But when you forgive somebody, it helps you. Helps you grow. And most importantly, it helps you be free. And it feels so good to be free. It does. So you go in, you do this shadow work. You integrate your shadow, which basically you just go into the dark, which is the places that everybody else just wants to sweep under the rug and act like it's not there, and they just keep walking around every day, and it's obviously affecting their world and their life, but not everybody can see that. A lot of people can't see that, actually, because when you forgive and you change inside of you and you're free, your heart's open, life is just so much more beautiful, really. It is. And when you heal yourself, you heal the earth. I'm trying to think how to explain it, because I understand it very well, but trying to think how to articulate it. There it is, because you are the creator of your own reality. You co-create with God, Source, the universe, whatever you prefer to call it. And we belong to the earth. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. We are children of the earth. We are part of the earth. So, if you're creating your own reality and you belong to the earth, then if you heal what's on the inside that's been hurting you, like if you take the splinter out, imagine if you had a splinter in your finger and you take the splinter out and then you can use your hands again. Like if you heal your heart, you clear all that junk out, take all the pain out, everything that's been hurting you and causing you to subconsciously subject fear or hate or just yucky stuff outside of you, because hurt people, right? That's very true. If you heal what's on the inside of you, then that's the best thing you could do for the earth, because you make your own reality. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Because you heal you, and then what you're projecting out is not distorted. It doesn't have yick on it anymore. It's healed and it's love. So in turn, when you look at the earth and there's no longer these yicky glasses on and you have your rose tinted glasses on, then maybe you'll see more roses. Maybe you'll see more birds. Maybe you'll be able to capture the beauty in life again, because you can look in the mirror and see the beauty in yourself, because you are beautiful. And there's no better time to be alive than now. I'm telling you, this is big. The earth, the changes the earth is going through, 5D, from 3D to 5D, from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Things aren't so dense. You know, if you don't understand that, the 3D is the third dimension, so the third density. So things are really heavy here on the earth, but it is changing. The vibration on the earth is changing because so many of us, you know, light workers or people who are ascending, their vibration is rising higher because their consciousness is rising higher, and they're doing the work to feel better about themselves, to heal. In that, in unison, when this person over here and this person over here and all these people, you know, around the world, when they start raising their vibration all together, that's a beautiful thing. And you know, it adds up. So all of a sudden you have so many awakened people that are breaking through this matrix and these illusions, this fear-based programming that society and God only knows who, to be honest, whoever did it, whoever, I don't know. I don't want to lie to you, I don't know who it is. But when you break through the illusion, and you see things more clear, and you realize that life really is magical. It is. You'll start seeing synchronicities. You heal yourself. Connect back to the earth, because she longs for you. She longs for you because you are a part of her. When you get back into that vibration of love, how it truly is supposed to be. When you get out of your head and think from your heart, or not think from your heart, but when you feel from your heart, it's a whole new world. It is. But what I was saying was the shift, the magnitude of the earth healing. I don't even think that I can explain it, or I don't even think I understand it fully, but I can tell you that it's big. It's really big. And there are spirits, ETs, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them. First of all, they're not bad. They're helping us ascend. They're helping humans wake up. But I'm not going to get into all that in this video. I'm just going to say that it is such a magical thing going right now. And all the other galaxies, all the other planets and its inhabitants, they're watching Earth right now. It's like the grand finale. I was just guided to come share this with you and encourage you to turn off the news. Turn off the news because it's fake. It's all just an illusion. If it's not pointing you back to yourself or to God, then it's just debris that doesn't need to be in your field anyways. Politics, schmolitics, irrelevant. Who cares? Racism. We're all the same. If you cut me, I bleed red. If I cut them, they bleed red. We're all the same. What's another one? Religion. That's a big one. That one pushes some buttons. That kept me from the truth for a long time. Yeah, religion's dangerous. I don't like to use hate. I don't like that word. I don't like to even have it in my vocabulary, but for these things I'm talking about, politics, religion, racism, and whatever you would call it when, you know, people are homophobic or whatever. Like, who cares? If you love that person, they're the same gender, what does it matter to you? If my cousin, who's a boy, is in love with a boy, what does that matter to my neighbor? It doesn't matter. They love each other, let them love each other. Let them live their lives in peace, you know? So all these things, these 4 things, it divides people. That's all it is. It's an illusion to keep people divided. United we stand, divided we fall. So I just encourage you to spread love. An opportunity to spread love, then you should do that. And if there's something that is making you not honor yourself, like my last lesson was, I was in a relationship. It didn't honor me because it wasn't the worst relationship I've ever been in, but it wasn't fulfilling me the way that I deserved. So I had to lovingly let it go, because that's what I was guided to do. And I know that it was for the best. Because I deserve love. Real love. Like the love I give. If I'm giving it, I should get it in return, right? There should be a reciprocity. If I'm giving and showing unconditional love, why would I get conditional love back and just accept that like it's okay? Nope, nope, nope. Trying to think what else. Well, I've been hoarding information for a really long time, so I actually have a lot that I could talk about, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. The message today was just to keep your heart open. You know, if you have like the tiniest inkling that you want to go to the 5D or the new earth, you have to operate in love. You have to. It's like the #1 requirement. So start consciously working on yourself today if you don't operate in the love frequency, or, you know, a frequency similar to that. You know, be kind. Everybody's dealing with stuff. We've never had a time like this on Earth, ever, where there's such a split. And it's becoming more and more evident. You can tell. Well, at least I can tell by looking at a person. Sometimes just by looking at a person. Other times, you know, just observing them for a few minutes. If they're operating in fear or if they're operating in love. So, choose joy. If you have someone around you that loves you and you love them, cherish them. Try to stay light. Don't be so dense. The emotions. I'm talking about emotions. Stay lighthearted. As much as you can. Be childlike. What would you do when you were a kid? When you were a little girl or a little boy? I think next time it rains, I'm just gonna go play in the rain. Remember, I used to catch fireflies. I haven't seen some though recently. I love doing that though. But you matter, so I really hope that you do change. If you are still stuck in the matrix and operating in fear, sorry, I live in the city, obviously. If you are still operating in fear, you're still stuck in the matrix. Try to change that. Really, truly, I urge you to change that, because you matter. You really do. You're special. Everybody here, everybody that's, human here, you're so much more than human. You're multi-dimensional, having a human experience. I'm laughing because I've heard that so much, and it does sound so alien if you're not used to hearing it. It really does. It kind of is alien, to be honest, but all you need to grasp out of that sentence or the quote is that you are powerful. You are not, you're not this little insignificant, little thing that can be pushed around and manipulated like maybe you have been. I certainly have been a lot of my life. Been able to be played, because when you're operating in fear, that's when people who know what they're doing and they don't have good intentions, they could just pick you up and play with your little strings, be your little puppet master. But when you know that you're more than that, and you're capable, and you create your own reality, when you have that truth, when you know that is the truth, because it is 100% the truth, you can't be played with anymore. You step into your power, and you can't be controlled. But yeah, you are special. And everybody has a purpose. And it's time to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You have people, not people. You have assistants that is beyond the veil. You can't see. Maybe you can feel them. I always felt them. My angels, what I call them. Even the archangels. Michael in particular, that's my best friend. Archangel Michael, he's helped me a lot through my ascensions. Recently just had a double ascension. Things are changing very rapidly. The 5D is forming. So call on your angels to help you. Your guides, your ancestors. Why not? What do you have to lose? It's not scary. It's not evil. If you believe it's evil, it's probably evil. because you are what you think / believe, not what you eat. They always say you are what you eat, but you're not. You're what you believe. What you believe is what is manifested on the outside as your reality, your beliefs. But I'll save that topic. So, yeah, guys. Just wanted to share that information. If you have any questions, let me know. If you'd like to hear what I have to say next, or these other little formulas and concoctions in my head that have been divinely given to me, a lot of them. I have a couple of books or a couple of journals worth of, not full journals, but I just have doodles everywhere of information that has been given to me from Source. Little nuggets of brain candy, as Dolores Cannon would call them. If you haven't heard Dolores Cannon, that's a whole rabbit hole. She's pretty awesome. She passed, but she didn't, because she's still here, because she was just having a human experience like you and me. Anywho, y'all have a good day. Ask your guides for help if you need help, because they're always there just waiting. They can't help you if you don't ask. My grandma always said, if I wanted something, she said, well, go ask them. The worst they can say is no. I mean, there's a fire ant crawling on me. Okay. Wish you the best, guys. Take care, okay?